We need to X him. TikToker under investigation after alleged assassination threat against Elon Musk. She even says, arrest me, you don't have enough people to even investigate me at this point. She said in the since deleted video, so I'm going to say it. Let's assassinate some mofo. Putting your face publicly out there and saying that nobody can find you is just pure dumb.
I promised myself I would avoid the news. But obviously I haven't. Here's my one thought. I mean, I have many thoughts. Elon Musk.
What do you mean by that?
Like, we need to X him. And by X, I mean formerly known as assassination.
I feel like at this moment, when she looked at the camera like this, like she knew she effed up. But then, hear me out, she still decided to post it. Why would you do something like that?
I know someone from FBI's fucking show up. I don't. Arrest me.
Oh, shameless!
You don't have enough people to even investigate me at this point. I haven't filed my taxes in like 8 years. And yet,
Oh my God, why her name needs to be Sarah? Why the Sarah's out there? They're destroying my name, all right? How dumb can you be? Like, this is dumb on extras, so like dumb, dumber, the dumbest, and like after that, if there is anything after that, that is this Sarah, you guys. Like, she's even admitting that she didn't file for taxes. That is a crime. You know, in Germany, if you don't do that, you go to prison. That is worse than murder in Germany.
yet, no one's covered me.
8
So,
years.
I'm gonna say it. Let's assassinate some other girls.
You know, I have my sister, she was a lesbian. I have a brother, he likes men.
Hopefully
and,
she
it's a hard subject
doesn't
because,
live in America.
I keep it real. I tell my brother all the time, I was like, dog, don't be come over here with that gay. I tell my kids that too. What?
We told you this movie.
Captain America 4 has one of the
Look at
MCU's
this.
biggest second
Captain
weekend box
America
office
4
drops.
Captain America Brave New World has one of the MCU's biggest second weekend box office drops. Now,
Box
this is
office flop.
Devastating news for Disney. Devastating news for Marvel, for the
Time to
MCU.
change.
This doesn't look good, bro. Because this movie right here cost Marvel upwards of $380 million.
I mean, the biggest reason that the budget was that high is because of free shoots. They had to go with some type of free shoots. I don't know why. Was it because maybe at that time they had these protests and whatnot? But that cost, like they almost did another movie, basically. And that's why it was 380 million. And then counting on people to, no, I don't think so. I feel like this movie should be the final stroke for Disney to do something about this whole woke nonsense and the woke gender representation, DEI and whatnot. Like we need to move away from that in our entertainment business because people are not really entertained anymore. We are bored and we are not paying you any money. Like, it's not that people don't go to cinema anymore. It's that people don't want to go pay and watch movies like that because today going to cinema is really expensive. It's not only the ticket, and even if it's only the ticket, like it's so expensive. So people have to like really choose if they want to go and watch a movie.
And that's not taking into account the marketing budget. With the marketing budget, you're looking at this movie costing Disney $500 million, which means that this movie needs to make upwards of $1 billion just to break even.
No.
And I gotta tell you, that's not gonna happen.
No.
Because this movie has dropped 67% at the box office. And currently as it stands right now, this movie has only made
sad
around
music in the back.
$200 million worldwide. You know, this is a terrible idea from the very beginning. And we try to tell these dummies, bro. You know, how the hell are you going to make a Captain America movie without Captain America?
I think Captain America represents a lot of different things. And I don't think the term, America should be one of those representations.
Listen. Listen, the reason he said that is because he was in Brazil promoting Captain America movie, and he wanted to, like, in a way, connect with Brazilians and other nations around the world. So he tried to say, like, Captain America doesn't only represent Americans, it represents any nation. It depends, like, where you come from. You know, it's your captain. I am your captain. I'm not only Captain America. That's what he wanted to go with, but it kind of did backfire, especially with Americans who are, I would say, your number one audience that you should tend to, you know?
What?
They're 18. Bro,
Girl
don't
has
ever
to
do that
change
again. You
schools.
just lost points, bro. You're not smacking nothing in there after that, bro.
You talk about aura. You're an adult and you're talking about aura. Like, what the fuck?
Who said aura?
You're on a Monday day. You're on Omegle by yourself. You're on Omegle by yourself.
Streaming. You're in front of 2,000 people.
Be a alpha male, not a beta male.
I don't like that we give our military guys 10% discounts.
I don't care. As someone who donated a little more than 10% to your ability to stop nonsense on the internet, if someone offers me a 10% discount on...
It's too brutal. I can't. This guy, seeing first I saw his hand and then I saw both of his legs, and the guy has a 10% discount. That's it. Shame. Like, be ashamed to even, like, say that. Oh my goodness.
Especially a large bill. I'm gonna take it, and you can kick rocks.
The party is controlled right now by people who majored in online activism with a minor in puberty blockers. I know these people. They think men can breastfeed. They're triggered by race. They cry if you use the wrong pronoun. And most fair-minded Americans look at this and they go, these people are about 10 exits past normal. And that's what's killing the Democrats right now.
I want to let you know, the same people who hate DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency, are also the same people who try to deploy 80,000 IRS tax workers against your ass.
He started calling me fat. I'm like, all right, that's kind of funny. I ain't fat, little chubby. Then they start calling me a fat bitch. I said, wait. That shit hurt. I go look in the mirror. God damn, I'm fat as hell. I can never lose this. That's how I used to think. Then one day I just started running. Then everybody used to live, around each other. So I look in the group chat. They sending pictures of me running, laughing at me. Look at this fat ass bitch running. Running to the store to get snacks. I'm like,
inspirational.
I control. So I just started taking different paths. So I kept it up for 6 months.
Am I the only one still thinking about that cheeseburger the guy was holding?
I just lost all my weight.
I mean, I'm fasting, so it kind of makes sense. I'm hungry.
I don't have any.
Fuck me.
What?
Look at your neighbor and say he's a meat
I saw that, yeah. I'm a transgender.
Why are we all just finding out that the cartel opened fire? They opened fire on Border Patrol. Trump done waged war on the cartel.
Wait, what?
Every Latino knows you don't fuck with the cartel. You befriend them. You be smart. You stay alive.
I mean, you do if you're American, okay? America can, in a way, do that, all right? Like the military, the equipment they have. I don't think the cartel really gets a chance there if they wage a whole war on them. But I really don't think Trump wants that. I don't think anyone wants that.
Let me introduce you to enough close air support to register on the Richter scale.
Exactly. Like, what are you talking? The cartel has pew 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 pistols, SMGs. I don't know, and this is what America has.
I ain't rent one. I'm on counter where I get my tent done.
Women supposed to go then if they're not welcome in the women's change room where they identify, and then they are not welcome in the men's room because they are not identifying as a man? Where are they supposed to go?
Outside, in the bush.
Should women just step aside for that, even though they have fought long and hard for single-sex spaces, for their own safety, for their own comfort, for their own ease?
It's still a single-sex space. Because
no.
the person who identifies as a woman is a woman in that space.
No, it isn't, because sex and gender aren't the same thing.
But it is if you're trans, because that
no,
is
it
what
isn't,
and gender isn't. The bathrooms aren't gendered; they are sexed. So if you are a woman, you would go into the women's bathroom.
Yes, but if you're a trans woman, you're not female sex.
But you are a woman, so you would go into the women's bathroom. Or do you want trans women to go into the men's room?
I don't know. They can work that out for themselves. I just think they shouldn't be in the women's room.
Why is Trump?
Thank you. Like, imagine like you create your own problem and then you interfere in someone's peace and you want to make it their problem. No, thank you. Shut the door. Find your own thing. Deal with your own issues. You are not going to mess up my peace.
So much on
themselves that I just think they shouldn't be in the women's room.
Why is Trump focused so much on trans people?
Because he wants to preserve the integrity. Because
guess what?
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why, Blossom. Because he's up at. I'll tell you why, Blossom.
I'm a woman.
Hang on, Riley. Hang on. Blossom. Here's why. Because he's up against complete lunatics like you who think it would be right to have a.
Look how you are behaving, all right? Look how you are behaving. That is disrespectful. That is literally a lunatic behavior. Like being so loud, outrageous, thinking only about yourself, being narcissistic. Look at the woman down there. Like, listen to her. Why don't you have empathy? Why can't you empathize with her and her rights? Why do you have cross her rights, like literally step on them in order for you to be happy? And this is where we come and say no more, no more. You overdone it. We were so nice. We gave you a finger. You took the full hand. No, not anymore.
Gender neutral Olympics. A gender neutral Olympics is the most insane thing I've ever heard from any trans activist in history. Lunacy.
Exactly why Donald Trump
Well, you haven't found that until you met me. I'm not your average trans woman, in case you didn't notice that. I'm not your average trans woman.
Riley.
And I love how she's like, I love how he is saying, I am not your average trans woman. So he is not only thinking egotistically that he is better than other women, he thinks he's better than any trans woman out there. Like, this is the ego that we are talking about. They need to sit down. They need to like touch the floor again. All right, touch the floor again. Be real.
People like Blossom are exactly why Donald Trump won on November 5th. People, I believe.
Oh, girl, please. Donald Trump rigged the election, which is why he's sitting in office now.
Can we
rigged?
This is the most
Mute Blossom, please, because she can't stop talking. Riley, you respond.
People turned out, I believe, in masses to the polls on November 5th to embrace Donald Trump, to embrace the America First agenda, to embrace his cabinet picks. But more so, I believe people turned out to the polls to reject absurdity. And that is exactly what the past 30 minutes have been on this program, Pierce, is totally, entirely, and thoroughly absurd from top to bottom. Saying there should be a gender-neutral Olympics?
I know.
Are you serious?
Madness.
Do you also believe, Blossom, that we should combine the Paralympics and the Olympics? I would love to hear an answer to that.
Okay, I'll ask her. Bring back Blossom. Blossom, should we combine the Paralympics with the regular Olympics? Have them all compete with each other?
I mean, why not? And to go back to Riley's point to
why
that
not?
last point.
Okay, you are completely insane.
Go back to that last point.
Yeah.
No,
So
because
no
she
Paralympian
actually
would win a
said
medal.
something that I wanted to respond to.
So no Paralympian will win a medal.
So literally no woman would win. No woman would win. And he gives 0 Fs because he knows he would have more chances to win. Doesn't matter. Idiocracy. I can't believe
Diversity,
it.
equity, and inclusion turns out to be unequal and doesn't include any Paralympian or any woman.
Can I ask you something as a black conservative? Your candidate says, I want to make America great again. You tell me when America was great, and then you tell me, would you go back to wherever it was great as a black American?
So I do have an answer for you in this equation.
I mean, as a black American, no, but as an American, why do we have to identify as a something American? Can't we all like just be Americans? Like, we live in this age where I think we are capable of all being Americans when we are discussing such issues, all right? Like, yeah, of course, if you're gonna go back to history and see what happens to black people, like, of course, that's not, America was never great in history for black people. But today, I think that we can, if America was great, it can literally influence all Americans, Asian Americans, black Americans, like it doesn't matter. I think just going back to history, thinking that it's going to repeat itself, I don't think so, guys. Like, there are rights implemented today. This is not possible anymore. Like, don't worry. Black people are not going to be ever again slaves.
And those years will be 2017 to 2021. Alice Johnson is free right now. And I know you want to pigeonhole me into a period. All right, you want to go to prior to 2016? Let's look at the Reconstruction era when we had Black Americans as a whole that were finally free from the scourge of slavery because of what happened in the Civil War. They banded together to create something called the Republican Party, and the Democrats created something called the Ku Klux Klan to find and exterminate as many of those recently freed Black men as possible. We can fast forward then to the 1960s if you want to. We had Lyndon Baines Johnson, Democrat president of the United States, who said, I will have those N-words voting Democrat for the next 200 years. And then he brought the Great Societies Act.
Guys, it's not working. It's not working.
And emphasized Margaret Sanger to exterminate as many of us as possible.
Chandler, it's not working. Let's move on.
$1.5 million for voter confidence.
It's not working because he is stating the fact. Why do people literally start speaking over each other when they get the best infos? Let the man talk. He's giving you facts, actual facts, like something educational we all could learn from. No, we can't listen to that. God forbid somebody hears that information and changes their mind. Oh, no, we have to stop that.
Liberia.
It's not working. Let's move on.
$1.5 million for voter confidence in Liberia. Biodiversity in Nepal. $19 million.
Again, those can be important. You have to, those could be helpful.
Okay, so how could biodiversity in Nepal for $19 million? We spent $20 million for a new Sesame Street in Iraq.
You have to both justify that these programs are bad. I think no, you can flash design. This is a program. It costs this much money. You can say that.
Do you know anything about Liberia? I happen to know a lot about it, but that's a separate issue.
It's not about what I know. It's about the people in the government making these decisions.
Yes, and they have proven themselves to be robber barons over the last 20 years. That they are spending your money with reckless abandon and total indiscretion. You think the government is innocent until proven guilty. I think the government, after what we've learned, is guilty until proven innocent. They have to justify why this money is being spent in the first place.
Wait a minute. That's how the law works. Innocent until proven guilty. You have to prove that.
That's not how taxpayer money works, though. It's that if we find waste, you're going to have to over-justify why this exists in the first place. This is the first time in my lifetime we have an administration going after the waste, going after the size of government to balance the budgets so that you guys don't live as indentured servants and Russian serfs for the rest of your life.
Thank you. That actually makes complete sense. Now, I hope Germany does the same thing because I pay so much taxes and I have no idea where it goes and to whom, and I don't know if that is even deserved. Like, I want to make a choice. Can I choose to whom my money goes? Like, why are you making choices for me? I hate it. I hope there will be one day where when you pay taxes, you can check marks where you want those taxes to go, what we care about and what we are ready to help with outside of the country. All right, inside of the country, I know you know better, but outside of the country, no, they need to have their relations. It's all politics. It is crazy and we have to pay for it.